So hi everyone, today we're going to be talking about Nikkie tutorials again, and my heart fucking goes out to this girl so much. Like, I know we all love her on this channel because the support that she's been getting, just even in my comment section, has been up to here, and I'm so grateful and happy that I have an audience that is so just, like, I fuck with y'all. And I mean that hard. But it's just like, Nikkie tutorials cannot catch a break, and this girl does not deserve this. And so guys, I have 2 other videos talking about this in more depth if you want to go watch it, but today we're just going to give another follow-up. But really summed up, Nikkie tutorials and her fiance's house was robbed, and they were both present, and while they weren't both affected physically, mentally is a completely different story. And Nikkie did a statement which I've read out before, but now she is back on YouTube, and I am genuinely so shocked that she is back on uploading as soon after this event happened, because I know personally I would be gone for literal months. Like, props to her as well. We have to really take this into consideration that Nikkie is setting an example to her followers that she's coming back from this, and while it has affected her, she's not going to let it stop her with her passion. So she uploaded a video titled "Letting You Know I'm Okay, ... makeup therapy." And now I have to say, this video was actually incredibly emotional, and within the first couple of seconds, Nikkie goes to cry, and her fiance's like, "Feel your emotions," and she says, "I didn't want to cry already." And he's like, "Come on, let it happen." And just that, knowing that they have the support of each other, is something I'm very happy with. And y'all know, I've said it before, not many of these beauty gurus I think are authentic and real, and Nikkie tutorials is a completely different story. She minds her own business, she ain't be dragging anyone else, and she's just respectful and loves her craft, and you can very clearly see that. Nikkie tutorials, to me personally, is like a concept of an earlier YouTuber in the drama world now. Does this make sense to anyone? I'm gonna go on a little tangent here. The new beauty guru is kind of like an influencer tag as well. It involves people like Tana Mojo, who aren't really beauty gurus but are beauty gurus. They're more influencers, and the idea of being a beauty guru is kind of gone now. Like, nobody wants to be associated with that. It's the people we talk about most on here, the Jeffree Stars, the Shane Dawson who was in the beauty guru world, James Charles. Bretman Rock is another one who's very respectful and very reminiscent to me of earlier YouTube, because he cares about himself, his family, and his craft. And that's so admirable, especially in such a highly saturated world that revolves around drama. So Nikkie being able to be on the top of her platform, just doing what she loves, is something that's always been so admirable about her. And sorry to name drop someone else again, but it's really why I fuck with her and Bretman Rock only. They show that you can be a beauty guru without being the full problematic, or even just problematic in general. And they're also people that don't flaunt their wealth. So whenever this happened to Nikkie and she was robbed and her, you know what I mean? Whenever this happened to her, it was kind of like she wasn't even flaunting it. This happened to her, she didn't flaunt her house, she didn't flaunt her wealth, she didn't flaunt how much money she makes. Like, we're all aware, that girl makes a lot of money, but you know what? She doesn't make us feel like she does. And my favorite thing about YouTubers, the ones I've always supported, are that they don't overly push their wealth. There are videos of Jeffree Star going around and he's like throwing around this expensive robe and filming apology videos in expensive robes. Throwing money around, throwing money at himself in videos. Like, this is the concept of a YouTuber now. And Nikkie has avoided that. So anyway, back to her video. It really was like a therapy session, and I enjoyed sitting with her and listening to her, and I really learned by watching that video that Nikkie loves one thing: makeup. That really is her passion, and it is so clear to see that. And you know what that is? Refreshing. You could see that she was coming to this as an escape, and she says in the video that this is her escape and this is what she's going to continue doing. And that life has been really serious lately. So her being able to sit down, she's going to draw out this process for as long as possible, because you know what? It's the thing that makes her happy, and it's just, that's what you want to hear about a YouTuber, you know what I mean? You want to hear that they enjoy doing it. You want to hear that that is still their passion, that that was their passion, and it's just, I really love Nikkie tutorials. And I always ask for my audience's opinions on these people I talk about, and everyone is overtly saying how much they love her. Now, this may also be that Nikkie tutorials has not grown up in the American culture of being an influencer. She lives in the Netherlands, she's in Europe. It is a completely different thing over here in Europe, being a YouTuber, than over in America. It's something you more keep to yourself over in Europe, but over in America, it's almost like the proudest thing you can do, you know, throwing parties, annoying your neighbors, setting things on fire. Over in Europe, it's kind of like oh, what do you do for your job? And you're like, oh, I'm a YouTuber. And sometimes you lie and say something else. That's the reality over here. Ever notice how there's no fucking Team 10 Sway House TikTokers over here? I mean, like, TikToker houses. There's some actually pretty funny TikTokers in Europe. I'm out of my first Red Bull. I do have some things I want to talk about that happened in her video though. And also there's something really sad that we have to talk about as well, but it's just, there's a lot going on for Nikkie right now and it's not positive. And for someone who is so positive, it's really fucking sad to see. This heat wave has made me drink a lot more Red Bulls. So there's two parts that we have to talk about. I'll talk about the first one first. The second one is really sad, just... yeah. So I said to my subscribers, I said, how's everyone feeling about Nikkie and her being so brave? I love her. Damn, Nikkie Tutorials has officially came back to YouTube after the horrible robbery that happened at her home. And she says that they can take every single thing from her, but they can never take away her passion for makeup and her love for it. And just hearing her say that, I felt it. And I related to her. Even though I don't like makeup, I'm not really that fucking around with it. I don't really care. But she made me believe that she really cares about it. And this really was her saving grace. And you know what? I feel like I'm on this journey with her. And she said how makeup also helped her and her passion for it when she lost her brother. It's been rough for Nikkie Tutorials lately, and let me get to the other thing. She said she also will continue to make jokes to distract herself because that's her coping mechanism, but because this is a continued investigation, she cannot say much. I'll read some people's thoughts in a second, but also, as if things weren't rough enough, Nikkie Tutorials also said in the video that her best friend has been diagnosed with breast cancer. And she just straight up said in the video, like, when can I catch a break? And when can, you know, my situation around me catch a break? And it's, my heart breaks for her, her family, her friends, her circle. Like, this is a lot. This is a lot for anyone. But she's, like, in the public eye. This is a shit ton of stuff to go through. Like, this is really awful. Fuel Addiction said the hardest part of life is that it never gives you a chance to brace yourself when it's about to hit you with something. Being surrounded by a great support system is the best way to build yourself up again. Hugs to Nikkie. Zon said, and she was just robbed as well. Like, what the hell? In relation to her finding out about her best friend as well. Like, Jessie said, I hope her friend caught it on early enough to keep it from becoming a major issue. I wish them both their best on their recoveries. Katie M said, I literally feel so bad for her. I want to get in one of those big yellow germ-free suits and give her and Dylan the biggest hug I can. Stacy said, I just finished Nikkie's video. She is a strong person. I do hope she and Dylan will get the therapy that they need. Mio said, Nikkie has struggled so much in a short space of time, and yet she still puts a smile on our faces and posts content for us to enjoy. And it's just, what a great influence she is as well. You know what I mean? So much has hit her, and yet she's still showing her audience, her young audience, that she's picking herself up, and it's just, the fact she is showing them that she can go back into her passion, it's just... She's so selfless that I feel bad for not being there to comfort her in person. I hope she receives a lot of positive feedback and support from her fans, and I also hope she's able to take time for herself and her mental health. I also agree, I know she's coming back strong to YouTube and very quickly, but I also hope she is really prioritizing herself. I Need Help said she's literally so strong and I wouldn't wish this on anyone. It's such a horrible thing to go through, and I hope they get mentally better soon because she isn't problematic at all and honestly just wonderful. JP said, I was crying watching her. I can't imagine someone taking away the feeling of safety in my own home. I hope she's able to overcome this. Shope for Tea said, Nikkie is a sweet and gentle person. She has proven time and time again that she is brave and resilient as any person can be. And I hope she and Dylan recover from this quickly. And it's like, yeah, I'm sending my best to her fiance as well. And her family and her friends. And just... Scout Hill said, I'm about to watch her video, but from what I know, she seems like a very nice girl. I give her so much respect for being able to speak out about what's wrong. I feel so bad for her, but still, so much respect for letting her fans know what's wrong. Yeah, and being a part of that process. It's really admirable. She didn't have to do that. So guys, there are a bunch of other thoughts and responses. A lot of them are more nitpicky and kinda, I think it happened because of this, or I think this person did it, and kinda like, not the time for jokes, so I'm not reading them out or feeding into them. But for the most part, around 95% of my audience are just sending Nikkie Tutorials like their best. Like, they're sending her really nice messages in my comments, which I hope she can see, you know what I mean. And they're sending her tweets, and I saw a bunch of people being like, at Nikkie Tutorials, I'm here from Adam's video, I just learned about this, I'm so sorry. And they were sending her the nicest messages, so just thank you as well for being so kind and just sending her all that best. I don't know Nikkie Tutorials. You probably don't know her outside of her videos, so we both know her from her video persona, but No person deserves to go through this. I don't care what your opinion is of any person, of any sad person. I would never even wish any of this on my worst enemy, and I genuinely stand by that, because what she has gone through within the past couple of years has been absolutely just heartbreaking, and it's a lot. Oh my god, I'm sending her best friend all my best in a speedy recovery, and I hope that the treatment and all goes well, and I hope Nikkie's dealing with that well. I hope her friend is also dealing with it well. It's just, there's a lot going on for Nikkie Tutorials right now, and as a community, we need to send her the best ever, because she's always given us that. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, why can't Nikkie Tutorials catch a break? Like, life sucks. Life is hard as well, and it's just... oh my gosh. So guys, make sure to send Nikkie Tutorials your best, please. Please go watch her video. Also, I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.